Here's your news update today to start the week. Donald Trump said on Monday there was a link between the use of Tylenol and the development of autism during pregnancy. This is a claim which many doctors dispute. Trump also suggested leucovorin, a form of folic acid, as a treatment for autism symptoms. Researchers say there is no firm evidence of a link between the use of Tylenol and autism. They say leucovorin, used to treat some cancer patients on chemotherapy, has shown some promise in very small trials, but large randomized trials are still needed. Trump announced during the event that the FDA would begin notifying doctors that the use of acetaminophen can be associated with an increased risk of autism, but did not immediately provide justification for the new recommendation. Disney said Jimmy Kimmel Live will return to its ABC network lineup on Tuesday, 6 days after it suspended the talk show host following threats by the FCC chairman over comments the host had made about the assassination of Charlie Kirk. An AI-generated government minister made its debut with an address in the Albanian parliament last Thursday. The prime minister presented the bot as a symbol of his government's push for transparency and innovation. The government said the bot will help tackle corruption and public spending. The U.S. Supreme Court on Monday let President Donald Trump fire a Democratic member of the Federal Trade Commission for now, while agreeing to hear arguments in the case in December. This sets up a major test of presidential power over government agencies designed by Congress to be independent. The justices have allowed Trump to carry out some high-profile firings while lawsuits play out, signaling the conservative majority is poised to overturn or narrow a 1935 Supreme Court decision that found commissioners can only be removed for misconduct or neglect of duty. France recognized the Palestinian state at a world summit in New York on Monday, joining Britain, Canada, and other Western allies who made the same move on Sunday. Russian President Vladimir Putin offered Donald Trump a one-year extension on Monday to the last treaty limiting both countries' nuclear weapons while they discuss what comes next. The new START treaty expires on February 5th. The treaty caps the number of deployed warheads at 1,550 on each side. The U.S. is considering imposing sanctions as soon as this week against the entire International Criminal Court. This comes in retaliation for investigations of suspected Israeli war crimes. Thousands of protesters and strikers calling for solidarity with Palestinians in Gaza took to the streets in Italy on Monday, with some storming Milan's central train station, and more than 10 people were arrested. A man on trial for trying to assassinate President Donald Trump last year at his Florida golf course declined to testify Monday as part of a defense in which he is representing himself, and wrapped up his case by questioning a firearms expert and two character witnesses. Closing arguments are slated for Tuesday morning, and jurors will begin deliberating immediately after that.